Hi, I'm Violet Van Hees, and this is Grow Your Movement Freedom. Welcome. So today, we're going to look at stretching. But in particular, we're going to look at the kind of stretching that's the traditional kind, where you hold a position and you try to reach and make your muscles get long. And we're going to look at why that doesn't work so well for most people, and why it doesn't last very long in your body generally either. And then we'll look at another way in which you can get length in your body without doing the traditional kind of stretching. So we are taught that if we want to get long, if we want to lengthen out or lengthen something that's tight or find more length in our body, that we should stretch, right? And by this, we are generally taught that we should stretch in a certain kind of way, which is to, put your leg out or do something and then reach and get to a comfortable, just past the length of comfort, and then hold it for 20 or 30 seconds. And we're taught that this should give us more length in our body. But I don't know about you, but my experience often with it has been that when I do that, I don't actually get much benefit that feels particularly good or that lasts for me. And that the people I work with get that much benefit from that either. So today we're going to look at why that is and what you can do instead. So for example, you might find that when you put your leg out to make it get long, and you start reaching for your leg, and everybody says, well, reach out and just get a nice comfortable length in there, a little bit past comfort. Then after a few seconds of it, it actually feels like the muscle is pulling back a little bit. That's actually starting to try and move away or fight the stretch. And in fact, that is what's happening. Because inside your muscles, you have little sensors, little proprioceptors called muscle spindles that are in there. And their job is to tell the body when the muscle is either getting too long, according to what your nervous system thinks is safe, or it's getting long too fast. Those two things. So it's speed or actual length. And when it feels like you're getting in trouble, it will send a little message into the spinal cord, a reflex message, that comes back out and says, okay, we're getting in trouble, shorten up. So at that point, the muscle fibers actually start to shorten, become shorter again, and try to pull you back into what your body senses is a safe position. And so you can imagine if your muscle is trying to get short and you're trying to force it apart, you can imagine what kind of strain is going to be setting up inside your muscles and what kind of potential for injury and soreness you're setting up in there if you keep trying to fight it. And I've talked in some of my other videos about how as soon as your body starts to feel threatened, the learning stops. Your body goes back to what it knows. It gets back to the business of, this is what I know, this is what's kept you safe, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just keep doing it. And it will go back to what it knows and is not interested in learning anything new. So at that point, you're working against yourself, and you've already set up your body to not be interested in knowing what you're asking of it, or to keep it. And here's the other thing. If after you've been asking for length in your body, you go back into your daily life and do everything exactly the same way you've done before, you're going to get the same result you've had before. Your body is going to go back to working in the way it knows and supporting you in the best way it knows how, based on your old patterns. So one of the things that needs to happen in addition to asking for length, if you are going to ask for length in your body, is to find a new way afterwards to let yourself be supported through your bones, through some kind of way that doesn't ask the muscles to have to be tight like that in order to keep you safe. Otherwise, why would your body change? Why would it do anything different afterwards? So here's your tip for today, and we're going to do this on the stairs because I can demonstrate it easily here, and it's something that's available in your house, and you can do it by your stairs or with a chair or anywhere where you have some space to play with this a little bit. And you do before and after move to check if there's a difference for you. All right? So this is the move we're going to do. This is my before. Here we go. I'm going to reach down and see how far I can comfortably place my hands on the floor. So I'm checking for how long the backs of my legs feel. This could be called a hamstring stretch. It's a bunch of different things. But you could see that I could reach a certain amount of distance there, and I wasn't trying to keep my legs perfectly straight. I was just seeing how far can I reach, and can I reach towards the floor. So I happen to be able to put my fingertips to the floor. Not everybody can. Some people can put their whole arm on the floor. Everything is going to be different depending on the person and depending on the day. So you'll have a different amount of freedom and ease in certain muscles depending on the day. So just know that as well. So here's what we're going to do. And this will take you under a minute to do. So you're going to find your sitting bones first of all. So they're the bones in the bottom of your butt here. And you're going to let the sitting bones start to lift towards the sky. It's as if somebody's going to have strings on the sitting bones and be able to lift your sitting bones and let them move up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. You're just going to see what feels good and see if you can play with this a little bit. So this is what it looks like. Here we go. So I'm going to hold on to something that's somewhere between hip height and chest height. So a back of a chair, a table. In this case, I'm going to hold on to a railing right here. And we're just going to stand here and I'm going to let my sitting bones lift towards the sky. And then I'm going to let the sitting bones tuck underneath and let my lower back, this part right here that was dropped, is now going to come up towards the sky. So not up here, but down here. And then I'm going to do that a couple of times. So I think I can move into the sun here, you can see better. Sitting bones will lift up as if somebody's got little strings on them and they're being lifted up. Sitting bones tuck under and this part of my back gets long. And if I think of it, I'm also going to let my heels press into the ground as the sitting bones lift up to the sky. So I press down through my heels, lift the sitting bones up a bit, and stay comfortable. One more time, let my back get round. And that's it. And now after you've done that, maybe 3, maybe 4 times, just letting the sitting bones get long, and then letting your back round up, and then letting your sitting bones get long and your back round up, 3 or 4 times, then go test again what happened. Okay, so I'm going to go check it out now for myself. Here we go. So for myself, I'm noticing that now I can get my hands on the ground, whereas before I could only get my fingertips to the ground. So when we ask our body to be long like this, it's not that I'm not asking the muscle to explore feeling more length than it normally feels. But I'm asking in a way where the body has some choice about this, where it can feel safe, where it can check out whether this is reasonable, and where I'm not pushing it into the place where it feels threatened. Because as soon as your body feels threatened, or as soon as you start to feel what you can't do, or that you're getting to the place where you could get into trouble, then your body is going to do stuff to try bring you back in to a safer length in your muscles. And that's when you get the muscles pulling back and when you get the fight going on in your body. So this takes the fight out of it. And this lets your body check out what's possible in a less threatening, less or non-threatening, intriguing, interesting way. So go have some fun finding length, comfortable, fun, good feeling length in your body. And not feeling like you have to fight, like you have to get into that kind of fighting kind of stretch with your body. Because it is a fight at that point. And you don't need to have the fight. You can take the fight out of it. So you can actually release into this. And your nervous system can decide it doesn't need to hold on. It doesn't need to keep you as tight. And then look for movements afterwards where you feel more support in the bones, more easy, comfortable support in your body, so that your nervous system then notices it doesn't need to support and hold the tightness in the muscles to keep you upright and to keep you safe. And if you want to know more about that kind of freedom in your movement or explore how to get that, I'd love to talk with you some more, and you can also look on my website. The website link is right below here, and there's lots of good stuff there. So have fun with this, happy exploring, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.